See that? See that? See that? That's a spotted lanternfly, and it is a big problem in this area. It's actually quite glamorous, but don't be fooled by its beauty. These insects do not belong here. They arrived in Pennsylvania in 2014 in Berks County, PA, and invaded that area. Now it's a quarantined county, along with 13 other counties in Pennsylvania. And these insects are spreading rapidly into other states, New Jersey, Delaware, New York, and Maryland, and Virginia. So we have to do something about it now. I don't know if you can see these guys right here. I'm trying to get them in the picture. You can see they're not very fast. I have the camera right next to these guys, and they're not budging. They're kind of plump right now. I guess you can tell that the females are fat. They're on a mission. All they want to do right now is lay their eggs before the frost. Now, I killed a whole bunch of them on this tree yesterday, and I'm surprised to see this many again today, especially after we woke up this morning to 34 degrees with some frost on the windshields and on the grass. So they're on their last leg right now, trying to lay their eggs. Now, I don't see any egg masses, but in the springtime you will see them. So for right now, what you want to do if you spot any is to report them to the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture or the extensions at Penn State. So it's very important. Even if you know that your neighbor reported them, you are obligated to do it yourself, because they need to know the severity of the problem and know how to deal with it. So right now we have our work cut out for us. We need to kill as many as possible. And when I put down this phone, I'm going to get my fly swatter. Yeah, a simple fly swatter will do it. And a broom. So I'm going to push them down with the broom and then step on them and squish them. They squish very easily. They have soft bodies. I know it sounds weird for me to talk about that because I'm talking about killing living things, but in this case we are encouraged to do so by these state organizations. And if we don't, these things are going to multiply like crazy and cause a much bigger problem. All these spotted lanternflies that lay their eggs will die. They will either die from the frost or they will die because we kill them. And then from January through April, May, we need to get out there and scrape their egg masses off of every hard surface where we find them. They might be on trees, they might be on vehicles or vehicles' tires, they might be on boards, they might be on your mailbox post or your deck or your grill or your outdoor furniture, anywhere there's a hard surface. And as you can see on the screen right now, you can see what they look like. The eggs are laid in these straight lines. It looks like little squares with eggs inside. That's where the eggs are. And then usually the insect covers the egg sacs with an egg mass, and it looks like mud. It camouflages really well with wood. So this is a maple tree, and they prefer maple trees or fruit trees like apple or peach, and they love grapevines. They've caused quite a bit of damage on grapevines in Berks County, so imagine what that has done to their grape and wine industries. They cause dieback on the branches. What they do is they suck the sap out of these trees called the tree of heaven. They're actually Chinese sumacs, invasive trees. They can be found on the side of highways or on the outskirts of your properties. They just grow rampantly. So they suck the sap out of them. Then they go to these other favorite trees as adults, and they want to lay their eggs and keep their species going. As they are on the trees laying their eggs, they are dropping this sugary, watery substance called honeydew, and it's a polite way of saying that it's their urine. So if you are under a tree that has these spotted lanternflies, you might be feeling these little drips of sticky stuff. It causes sooty mold, and a lot of it drops down to the bottom circumference of the tree on the ground, and those living things down there can die from it. If they leave that honeydew on the tree in larger amounts, it will cause big sores on the tree, and those sores will invite other diseases or bad bugs in there. So one bad thing will lead to another. The sooty mold will also attract lots of stinging wasps in masses. And you know, this is November now, but in the summertime, when these guys are flying around, these adult flies, they have a lot of wasps following them, and that's not good, especially if you have children in your yard or for the people cutting your lawn. You don't want to have people getting stung. And the honeydew itself can block circulation from the tree. So on the main trunk it might not cause a lot of damage, but on the smaller branches it causes quite a bit of dieback. So these lanternflies can crawl way up high, and sometimes we can't reach them to kill them. So you need to decide in your yard if you want to hire a certified arborist or a certified pest control company to come out and treat your trees. They can inject the bottom of the tree or the roots, and the insects and their little babies can be killed if they are on or in the tree. We have to do whatever we can to get rid of these guys because they are taking over. Every little egg mass has 30 to 50 eggs in it. So in January, I'm going to come back and tell you what to do with those egg masses. You're basically going to look for them and scrape them off every surface where you find them. If we don't, they will multiply like crazy, like they've done in other counties and like they've done in Korea. Korea has a lot of devastation from these guys. Here's one with his wings open. So there he is. They don't bite, they don't attack you. They have wings, but they really don't fly. They kind of leap or hop, and they always hop forward. So when you're planning your attack, you need to go towards their face. If you go behind them, they can hop away and get away. So you can swat them, you can brush them down and step on them and squish them. You can use approved products. On these sites that I'm showing you, there are lists of approved products that you can use to kill these guys. You know, some people use Dawn and water, and it works, but it's not an approved method. The Dawn can cause harm to the trees or to other beneficial insects. So it's important to try to follow the true methods. We don't want to cause any more damage to our environment. So I think I explained everything I wanted to explain, but if not, check out these websites. Make sure you report your sightings. Even if your neighbor reports their sighting, you are still obligated to report yours because the state needs to know the severity of the problem and learn how to deal with it. So for now, we have a lot of work to do. We still have a little time, probably until November 11th or 12th. That's the average time that I saw for the first real frost. So get out there and kill these little suckers and do your best to pitch in and save the environment and save our state from a lot of expense. I appreciate you watching this video. I hope it was helpful. I know we've all seen a lot of these pictures all over Facebook and in the news, but I don't know if everyone truly realizes the severity of the problem that they can cause. So I also want to remind you to check out my show where I interview real, remarkable women who have so much to share. They've all been through different situations in life, and they have so much wisdom and inspiration and education to share with you. So if you haven't seen the show yet, you can go to facebook.com or youtube.com, and you can search for Just Us Grown Up Girls, 5 separate words there. When you get to the channel, please remember to give a thumbs up on Facebook, and on YouTube, please subscribe and ring that bell. It helps me, and it also lets you know when I have new interviews to share with you. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you out there squishing these buggers. See you later. See you later. See you later. Bye-bye.